Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. What is going on? Welcome in to Rover Sports. Sorry about that. Just getting everything started up and rolling here. I hope that everybody tonight enjoyed the NBA draft. I thought it was entertaining. I thought that a lot of the picks were chalk tonight for the NBA draft, but I have to say that I was at least pleased by the entertainment value. I miss Bill Simmons on that show. It needed some funk, it needed a little bit of pop, like Fran Fraschilla not being on the set, like learning about some of the European dudes. That whole part of the draft was kind of lost as well. There were no college coaches that were interviewed during the NBA draft. The entertainment value of the draft, I felt like without LeVar Ball, it wasn't as completely entertaining, but the slip of Michael Porter was entertaining. And when you look at Michael Porter Jr., okay, the New York Knicks, they needed to pick Michael Porter Jr. because Michael Porter Jr. is exactly what that franchise needs. It's exactly what you need, some pop. And Kevin Knox is just a spot-up shooter. He's like another Malik Monk. He is going to absolutely be trash for the New York Knicks. Michael Porter Jr. is one of the best players in this whole draft. I mean, he compares to a 6'10" guy, to a Jason Tatum, a little bit of Kevin Durant. He has tons of pop in his jump shot. He's 6'10". He can get to the hole. He can make big plays. And he's sitting there right for the New York Knicks to select. He's sitting right there for the New York Knicks to pick is Michael Porter Jr., and in the most Knick way possible, they don't take Michael Porter. I don't mind Knick fans being absolutely pissed off. Your roster, it just continues to suck. Frank Nicotina over Dennis Smith Jr., Frank over guys like Donovan Mitchell. Just complete, utter incompetence by the New York Knicks, but I guess I should not be surprised. It is the New York Knicks. The Orlando Magic were dumbasses as well, but the thing about the Knicks is at least take Mikal Bridges. At least take a guy like, I don't even like Alexander, so I didn't really like Alexander either. But as you go through this entire draft process, even the guy Troy Brown out of Oregon was a very good pick. I think the Wizards made that pick at about 16. DiVincenzo's an entertaining pick. But Kevin Knox, come on. Michael Porter Jr., if he did not get hurt, would be one of the top picks in the draft, and it's exactly what you needed. I'm not as mad at the Cleveland Cavaliers. I thought that the Cavaliers actually made, I actually think that the Cleveland Cavaliers made the right decisions tonight. The Cavaliers took Colin Sexton from Alabama. He's going to come in there, and he's going to be a freaking workhorse. Colin Sexton is going to be a Russell Westbrook-like star for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He was absolutely brilliant at Alabama. He is a perfect fit for the Alabama or for the Cleveland Cavaliers when LeBron James leaves, because you were going to just have Colin Sexton there being your guy. That is a totally fine and understandable move. The Atlanta Hawks going out there, the Atlanta Hawks getting Trae Young, that was also a brilliant move. And then Kevin Huerter as well. I like Chandler Hutchinson more than Huerter, but look, now the franchise is becoming very exciting. A very dull team that would often get to the Eastern Conference and lose games when they, and lose series late and always had an expiration date. Now you're completely starting over from scratch, and you're kind of tanking in the right manner. So you take Trae Young, and you now are building a team with Trae Young, and Trae Young can distribute the basketball, and he's really, really going to play well in Atlanta. Period. He is going to play really well. I love that pick by the Atlanta Hawks. I loved everything that Atlanta is doing. Trae Young is a guy, as you watch here, Trae Young is going to be a dude that is going to make a lot of plays for the Atlanta Hawks. He is the franchise now, and you gave him the keys to the castle, and I think that he's going to deliver in a big-time way. Other draft thoughts. I thought the Memphis Grizzlies sucked. I hate the Jaren Jackson pick. You suck all year long for the first time in 20 years, or for the first time in about 8 years, and you take a guy that really has no upside. He just fouls all game. A guy that Miles Bridges was a better player than Jaren Jackson. A guy with a weird herky release as a jump shot. A Udonis Haslem, James Bass. You take the guy like that at number 4 overall. You don't even trade back to get Wendell Carter, who's a much better player. You don't even try to trade back to get Wendell Carter. You just accept like a Brandon Bass or like a Udonis Haslem, because that's all that Jaren Jackson will ever be, is those two guys. He is going to be marginal 8-point-a-game scorer at best. And everybody talks about upside. This is a team that has Mike Conley. They have Marc Gasol. These are older veterans. You have a coach that is fairly untested. And it's just a ridiculous mix of players and people. Ridiculous mix by the Memphis Grizzlies. I was so excited about the Grizzlies either getting Porter, either getting Doncic or Bagley. All the dudes went. They should have went back, and they should have tried to get Wendell Carter. I guess that the Bulls were not moving, but you could have gotten the Magic to go up and maybe get Mo Bamba. Maybe Memphis was just screwed. Maybe the Grizzlies were just screwed in the whole draft day scenario. All right, and then let me talk. You know what? I have to put this. This video up here. You know what? Let me talk about freaking Colin Sexton and Orlando. I mean, what the hell is Orlando doing? What is Orlando doing? They have no point guards to speak of. You have no point guards, and you have Bismack Biyombo, Nick Vucevic, and all these crap players. What are the Orlando Magic doing? They're the Magic for a reason. They get this project kid, this Mo Bamba from Texas and New York and Pennsylvania. They get him and they throw him in the mix with all the other big guys. You have no one to run the show. You have Augustine as your point guard, who I didn't even know was in the NBA still. I mean, the Knicks are just a joke. You could have gotten Colin Sexton, the next Russell Westbrook, the next exciting point guard. Instead, you get Mo Bamba, another Jonathan Isaac. These guys will just go down the rabbit hat. We'll never see them again. They'll never peek up for air again. We'll never see these dudes again. Orlando's stupid. Orlando's stupid. The New York Knicks are stupid. And the Philadelphia 76ers, I'm going to get fired up, and then I'm going to give my good picks, the ones I liked. The Philadelphia 76ers have Mikal Bridges from Villanova, a 2-time champion, a solid 3-and-D player who's going to be Harrison Barnes at the next level, a guy that's going to drop buckets and get you 16 a game, and you trade him for Zaire Smith from Texas Tech. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Zaire Smith He was not nowhere close to being the best guy on his team. Complete project. Can't shoot, can't dribble, can't play any offensive basketball whatsoever. I just don't get. You know what I just don't get? I don't get the upside. I don't. Jacob Evans to the Warriors, probably a good pick from Cincinnati. I don't know a ton about Jacob, but I wanted them to get Kyrie Thomas to Golden State, but it was not so bad. Wasn't so bad. I think that Porter Jr. to Denver was fantastic. I think that that's a perfect selection for the Denver Nuggets. So I thought Denver at that stage, they made a calculated and a well-rounded, really good decision. This guy's interesting, Luka Doncic for the Magic, because now they have Dennis Smith, you have Harrison Barnes, Dirk might still be coming back. I'm not going to mark them a complete loser like the 76ers who traded away Kyrie Thomas in the second round. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to mark them complete losers just like the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to say that Luka Doncic is at least an interesting prospect kind of on the periphery, and I'm excited to see him paired with Dennis Smith. I actually think he's going to a great situation. I think that the Chicago Bulls were brilliant tonight. Chicago. They were my big winner tonight because the Chicago Bulls, you get Chandler Hutchinson from Boise State. Chandler Hutchinson is a top 5 player in this draft. Chandler Hutchinson is this year's C.J. McCollum. You get Chandler Hutchinson, and then you pair him together with the safest pick in the draft at Wendell Carter. What a brilliant, brilliant job by Fred Hoiberg, by Gar and Pax and all the guys that are working for the Chicago Bulls. These guys have been drafting good for years, and they just knocked it out of the park. My clear-cut winner is the Chicago Bulls. They now have a roster of Lauri Markkanen, Zach LaVine, Chris Dunn, Carter, Bobby Portis, Wendell Carter, like I mentioned, and then you add Chandler Hutchinson. But the starting lineup is going to be LaVine, Dunn, Hutchinson, Lauri Markkanen, and Carter, and you're going to then have Bobby Portis coming off the bench. That is going to be an incredible lineup because I think Hutchinson needs to play. He needs to play the 2 guard. I think that you can even put LaVine out there at point guard. Hutchinson's probably, I'm not even going to hyperbolize this, he might be the best player on the Bulls next year. I think he will be. That's how good this guy is. He stayed at Boise State. He got his craft together. Hutchinson will be totally, totally awesome for the Chicago Bulls. They were brilliant tonight. Unlike Memphis, that was a complete loser. Unlike the Knicks that were losers. Unlike the Magic that continued to be losers. The Bulls won the night. The Phoenix Suns, you get DeAndre Ayton at number 1. I'm not huge on DeAndre Ayton. I think he could just be okay at the NBA level. I don't think he's going to be very good. But then you happen to then get Miles Bridges, or you get Mikal Bridges, and you completely rob the 76ers. I don't know what Brett Brown was doing. It was a brilliant trade by the Suns. It was fantastic. It was perfect. So the Suns getting Bridges now. Look at the starting lineup next year. Booker, you have Ayton now to be your center. You have Booker, Josh Jackson, TJ Warren, and freaking Mikal Bridges. You're going to end up even benching TJ Warren, and you're going to start Booker, Josh Jackson, and Mikal Bridges. You're exactly like the Boston Celtics, because what do the Celtics do? They play positionless basketball, and that's what's beautiful about the Phoenix Suns is they're going to be playing positionless basketball, and all they need is good point guard play, and they need Ayton to be a hit, and then this team will be a playoff team. This team will definitely be at Denver Nuggets. It will beat the Timberwolves. This Phoenix Suns team is now locked and loaded. Same with Sacramento. So So, yeah, I think that you should be pissed, too, that the Sixers made that trade because Mikal Bridges, his mom works for the 76ers. This is a guy that's a legend in the city of Philadelphia, a guy that's won championships. And Zaire Smith is nothing but another Rodney Carney. He's nothing but an athlete. He's all upside, all projection. You don't see shit when you see Zaire Smith. This is a guy that can jump. He's good in a workout. And you completely screwed over the family. You managed to screw over the mom that lived in that works for the 76ers. A heartless move by Brett Brown. If y'all thought Brian Colangelo was being an asshole, then look at Brett Brown. He was being a total asshole tonight. I mean, by trading Bridges. So I think that and King Brass, he asked me a great question. The weirdest pick of the night. The weirdest pick of the night, I'm going to say maybe MJ, not taking, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, maybe Kevin Knox was weird, but I think Grayson Allen and also that guy Anthony Simmons. Boy, Anthony Simmons is a horrible-looking jump shot. The kid looked like he was 5 years old, and he didn't play any college basketball, and he's just a project. And, that was a bad pick. You picked him over, I think, Chandler Hutchinson. I think that Taz Thomas will be very good. I think Landry Shamet for the Sixers, very good pick. I think that Mo Wagner for the Lakers was not a terrible pick either. A guy that can spread the floor, a guy that can help out Lonzo Ball. His conditioning needs to get better. Grayson Allen to the Portland Trailblazers or Grayson Allen to the Utah Jazz. I don't like the pick either, but the reason the pick was made is because Grayson Allen played for Coach K. Quinn Snyder is a Duke guy, and that's why they made that pick, because Grayson Allen, Duke guy, Quinn Snyder, whatever. And I loved how Donovan Mitchell embraced his new teammate. Donovan Mitchell is my favorite player in the NBA. The best personality in the NBA by far. He's almost mature enough where he should be hosting the gosh damn NBA draft. The Celtics, Robert Williams, the rich get richer. This guy is going to be molded into a complete beast. So, I thought the Celtics did well as well. So, I thought the NBA draft was fun. Definitely a really, really fun NBA draft tonight. I thought that the Sixers were idiots. I thought a couple of teams were dumb. The New York Knicks again fail by not drafting Michael Porter. I think that Kyrie Thomas will be better than Markelle Fultz. I think that Kyrie Thomas will be better than Kyrie Thomas is going to be better than Covington, and Kyrie Thomas will be a lot better than Zaire Smith. I also think Landry Shamet is better than Fultz, Covington, and Smith as well. The Sixers were so dumb to trade Kyrie Thomas and Mikal Bridges. The 76ers, though, did keep Landry Shamet, so that was a good pick for the Philadelphia 76ers. I just think tonight that Zaire Smith was just a horrible pick. I think that Marvin Bagley to the Kings was decent. The first pick, Ayton, was not that good. Marvin Bagley, a good pick. Number 3 was Luka Doncic to the Mavericks. That's a pretty good pick. Number 4 was the worst pick of the draft in Jaren Jackson. Number 5 was Trae Young to the Hawks, a great pick, very nice pick, love the pick. Mo Bamba to the Magic was a really bad pick. Number 7 was Wendell Carter, A+, perfect pick. Colin Sexton, perfect. Both of those picks, home run picks. The Knicks, Kevin Knox, horrible pick, a D+ pick, a 3-and-D player. He is not Michael Porter Jr. They failed again. They failed their fans again. Number 10 for the Sixers, Mikal Bridges will be great for the Phoenix Suns. Number 11 was, in fact, the Gilgeous-Alexander, not that good. Miles Bridges, not that good. All these picks. I think that the Clippers made some crappy picks, if I'm not mistaken. Shitty selections for the Clips. So I'll go back. I'll continue to answer some questions. I'm not sure. If the Sixers traded into the top 5, what would have happened? That's a question that I'm getting asked right now. What happens if the 76ers traded into the top 5? I'm not really sure, but Brett Brown's a freaking he doesn't know how to be a general manager. The Cavs did get Colin Sexton, one of the best players in the NBA draft. I agree, King Braz. Like, I'm not sold on Luka Doncic at all. I think the guy is slow. When's the last time you've seen a European guard like be totally awesome? Like, when's the last time you've seen a Euro guard? I mean, Euro big guys have been, like, Porzingis is very, very good. Dirk's very, very good. But this is a guy that, like, he's never played NBA competition before. He could just be another Dragon Bender. So I'm not, the thing is he is playing with Dennis Smith, so he is going to be free to roam. The one thing I ask of the Dallas Mavericks is this. The Dallas Mavericks, they better, you know what the Dallas Mavericks better do with Luka Doncic? They better play this kid. They better let him freaking play. Even if he sucks, I want to see Luka Doncic play every game. I want to see him play every night if possible. I want to see him average 30 minutes a game, and I want to see him with Dennis Smith, and I want to see them build that chemistry. Will they bring back Dougie McBuckets? Will they bring back Harrison Barnes? It's exciting. I'm not going to rule out that it was a terrible pick. For a lot of these other guys, I'm completely ruling it out. I'm ruling out Jaren Jackson. I'm ruling out the kid Zaire Smith. I'm ruling out the Magic and Mo Bamba. I'm ruling that out just based on their roster. So Doncic, I'm not ruling. Doncic, I'm leaning towards him not being very good, but I'm not ruling that out yet. The second rounders that I really liked, I like Kyrie Thomas from Creighton. The guys on Nova, I'm not that big of a fan of. There was a kid out of Germany named Bombo who was all right, who was pretty decent. I don't know where Malik Young went. Trae Young went to the Hawks. Let's look at the NBA draft. I want to see the whole list of picks here for the second round. I want to see if Malik Newman from Kansas got drafted, because that's a guy that can shoot the basketball. So so this is wrong. This is just like a mock draft. I'm trying to think where you guys got the NBA draft tracker, because then I'll just go through and read just every single pick that was made tonight. So here we go. So Brown is a good pick. Michael Porter was fantastic. Lonnie Walker, I forgot about that dude. This is what seems weird. Lonnie Walker does not seem like a Popovich guy. Like, Popovich likes guys that are very serious, very rigid, like Kawhi Leonard, Danny Green, guys like Ginobili Parker, like not like incredible, like really fun personalities. And, he's kind of like Bill Belichick. And Lonnie Walker is a guy that is exceptionally just a character in a good way. Like, he's fun. He likes Animal Planet. He could talk to you about anything. He's very nice, polite kid. He's just a little weirder, like, because his interests are different than the average person. Like, he's into Animal Planet, he's into Is the Earth Flat, he's into nature and all this other stuff. He's not just completely just like a drone in the basketball. He's not Colin Sexton. And that's the thing with Pop, is that you'd think he'd like more of a Sexton, you'd think he'd like more of a Landry Shamet. So is it possible that, Greg Popovich liked Zaire Smith at Texas Tech, and he told Brett Brown to pick Zaire Smith so that he can develop him in San Antonio? And is there going to be a Kawhi Leonard trade for Landry Shamet, for Zaire Smith, for a bunch of these guys? Is that going to happen? Because Zaire Smith and developing, why would he want to develop in Philadelphia? And why would the Sixers, get Mikal Bridges and trade him for future assets and picks if they're not chasing a superstar? And that is just code for the Sixers are going after Kawhi Leonard. And I truly believe that could be a serious case. I truly believe that could be a serious case. Hutchinson, again, my guy from Boise State, Chandler Hutchinson. Mark him down as a guy that I love. I love to go back and view these. Amari Spellman is terrible. That pick should get an F. Javon Carter is a good pick for Memphis. That's a fun pick. And he fits the culture of Grizzlies basketball, and everybody should be pumped in Memphis for that pick. Vanderbilt, Bruce Brown's an interesting prospect. Sky to the Lakers. Alize Johnson gets drafted. Missouri State gets drafted by the Indiana Pacers. That is awesome. Awesome for Alize Johnson. And the Sixers select Giannis's brother with the last pick of the NBA draft. But guys that were not selected, I don't think DJ Hogue was selected out of Texas A&M, and I don't think Malik Newman was picked. And both of those guys are going to be fun in the summer league. I hope that DJ Hogue gets selected by somebody. He's going to sign on to a team. Let's see if I can look up where DJ Hogue went from Texas A&M, and let's see if I could see where Malik Newman got selected. So I'll see those two guys. I'll probably research those two guys later on in the day. And Wayne Gabriel didn't get selected. Duval didn't get selected. So there are some. Tyler Davis didn't get selected. So there's a lot of players, especially on A&M, that that didn't get drafted at all tonight. So, yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys for watching the stream. I always appreciate y'all hanging out. It was a crazy night of NBA draft. I need to get my thoughts off here on this forum. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Now we got football. We got NBA free agency, really, and then it's gung-ho in the football, and it's going to be absolutely spectacular. So thank you guys for watching. You guys were awesome. Appreciate y'all. Have a beautiful evening. Take care. Rove on. Take care. Thanks for watching.